Yo, it's your boy, Mike K. Smith, also known as Akins, also known as Coolest Guy in Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as I bring you weekly player comparisons and analysis on some of your favorite NBA players. That being said, I'm back with another Who's Better. This time I got Tony Parker versus Rajon Rondo. NBA championships, 4 for Tony Parker, 1 for Rondo. NBA seasons, Tony Parker 17, Rajon Rondo 12. Playoffs played, 17 for Parker, 8 for Rondo. All-Star games, Parker 6, Rondo 4. Finals MVP, Parker 1, Rajon Rondo 0. All NBA teams, Parker 4, Rajon Rondo 1. All defensive first teams, Rondo 2, Tony Parker 0. All defensive teams total, Rondo 4, Parker 0. Assist leaders, Rondo 3, Tony Parker 0. Tony Parker, steals leader 0, Rajon Rondo 1. Career statistical stats, points per game, Tony Parker's averaged 15.8 in his career, 2.8 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.1 blocks. Rondo's career stats so far, 10.5 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 1.7 steals, 0.1 blocks per game. Career field goal percentage, Tony Parker is shooting 49% from the field. Rajon Rondo, 46% from the field. Three-point percentage, Tony Parker is shooting 32% for his career. Rajon Rondo shooting 30% so far. Free throw percentage, Tony Parker is shooting 75% for his career. Rajon Rondo shooting 60% for his career so far. Best season in the NBA, Tony Parker averaged 22 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 1.2 steals, 0.2 blocks. Rajon Rondo career statistical stats averaged 13.7 points per game, 6.1 rebounds per game, 11.7 assists, 2.3 steals, 0.2 blocks per game. Career playoff statistics, Tony Parker's averaged 17.9 points per game, 2.9 rebounds, 5.1 assists per game, 0.9 steals, 0.1 blocks. Rondo's averaged 14 points per game, 6.1 rebounds, 9.3 assists, 1.9 steals, 0.2 blocks per game. Best playoffs stats, Tony Parker averaged 28.6, 4.2 rebounds, 7.1 steals, 1.3 steals per game. 7.0 assists per game, 1.3 steals per game, 0.3 blocks. Rajon Rondo, best career statistical stats in the playoffs. He averaged 17.3 points per game, 9.7 rebounds, 12.2 assists per game, 3.5 steals, 0.5 blocks per game. That being said, who is better between Tony Parker and Rajon Rondo? Now, most people would say that both of these players are likely Hall of Famers. I tend to agree with that. But it's hard comparing two players whose games aren't very similar at all. It's always a tough challenge. But that being said, they were both elite class point guards in their careers. Not much as late, of course, but prime Rondo and prime Tony Parker were both top 5 point guards in the league. Some Spurs fans even think Tony Parker may have been in the top 2 point guard discussion in a couple seasons where Chris Paul was clearly the best and Tony Parker was clearly very dominant and helping lead the Spurs to championships. I kind of agree with that as well. It was hard to take another point guard over Tony Parker other than Chris Paul. And we talk about coming alive in the playoffs. We always talk about playoff Rondo is real, and he has having a different impact in the playoffs. Playoff Tony Parker was real as well. Now, deciding who's the better point guard is highly depends on the makeup of your team, like which team that you play with. Like Rondo played with great teammates such as Paul Pierce and Tony Allen and Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen. And so did Tony Parker playing with Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan. But his role was also different. Now, Parker is a much better scorer than Rondo, and Rondo's a better facilitator. That's not really up for debate. Parker never averaged more than 8 assists per game. Rondo used to average 8 assists on his bad nights. We know that Tony Parker can shoot. Tony Parker has won Finals MVP. Tony Parker has 4 championship rings to Rondo's 1. So it's not all about assist production. There are other great factors measuring how great a point guard and his impact on a team can be. But for all-time career accolades, you got to take Parker over Rondo. Rondo's never going to catch Parker. Rondo's had his ups and downs in his career as a late bouncer from team to team. He's 32 now. Parker is 36. We have seen the best of both of these players, but overall career wise, Tony Parker is better than Rajon Rondo. Now, will Rajon Rondo in his next 4 years put up some more career achievements to help even the gap against Parker? I just don't see that happening. I mean, he's on the Los Angeles Lakers right now, but he's signed a 1 year contract, so I don't think he's going to be there for 4 years. So, that being said, I really don't see Rondo catching Tony Parker, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This is your boy, Mike Smith, also known as Akins, also the coolest guy in sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gone, man. Peace.